a key focus here in Davos, Indra, has been capitalism. And you have spoken about the fact that we need to stop talking and we need to start acting on that. Explain what you mean.
Well, last year in Davos we talked about the fact that we needed a new model for capitalism. And between last year and now, Davos is not the only forum. All other forums I've been a part of, and all the writing I'm seeing in business publications and newspaper editorials all talk about the fact that we need capitalism 2.0, 3.0. I mean, people are coining all kinds of words. The real question is, what is it and how do we get started on this new form of capitalism? And that's the question that's troubling me, because the world is looking for answers. People are not looking for postmortems. People are not looking for rehashing the issues. They're saying, let's get on with life because we need to create jobs. We need to make sure the engine of innovation, the engine of job creation is successful, which is capitalism. And so I think the time has come to start doing, not just saying.
And capitalism on a global scale, this is, of course, the World Economic Forum. Looking at Pepsi and your growth, it seems as though it's clear that it will not be primarily in the United States. This is, especially in emerging markets where you have seen strength, you're ambitious for this year, 11 to 13% growth projections. That's not going to be in the U.S., is it? This is truly a global outlook you have.
It's also in the United States because we're in the staples business,
Sure.
Consumer staples, and whether the economy is up or down, people have to eat and drink. So the U.S. is still a very important market for us, but there's no question. Growth internationally is a critical component of PepsiCo's future prospects.
What I find very interesting is that you have invested a significant amount of resources, and I would assume money, internally at Pepsi to bring on a new R&D team and really re-look at the products coming out of Pepsi, not just the soft drinks and the Frito-Lay snack products. Talk to me about why investing such money now, obviously looking years forward before you'll see profit from it.
Well, actually, no.
No?
Because we're seeing tremendous returns from our transformation efforts. And essentially what we're doing is saying, we have a great portfolio of fun-for-you products, the Pepsi, the Lays, the Doritos, the Cheetos. And our point is, let's make them healthier treats.
You have to because of demand, right?
And because we think it's a great opportunity to grow our business. Reduce the sugar levels, reduce the salt levels, take out trans fats, move to heart-healthy oils. So we've invested a lot of money to make these changes. And the thing to be very, very clear about, when we made those changes, we didn't ask the consumer to pay more because we said to the consumer, you don't have to pay more for health. So we made the changes at a cost to us. And we said, this is the way to grow the business. And the business did grow as a consequence. But the second part of PepsiCo that's very interesting, about $10 billion of our revenue comes from truly good-for-you products like Tropicana, Quaker Oats. And we have products like that all over the world. And the whole idea is, how do you take these good-for-you products and extend their nutritional capabilities and provide them to kids in particular in a way that preserves its nutritional qualities but is also tasty, because kids reject anything that where they have to compromise on taste.
Well, and how do you do it in what you have deemed is here to stay, the age of thrift? How do you do it on a cost level that is affordable globally?
Well, the interesting thing is we are a very productive company, so you have to work the middle of the P&L very, very carefully. You've got to relook at all of your processes, your operations, and make it the most efficient. And then whatever you get from the middle of the P&L, you reinvest to grow the top line. At the end of the day, we are running a long-term, sustainable enterprise. We are not managing the company for sort of a short-term run. We want this company to be successful, delivering superior returns over a long period in time. In order for that to happen, we have to make sure this virtuous circle of productivity improvements being reinvested back into R&D and A&M to grow the top line, which results in more productivity, that cycle continues.
And finally, in the day and age of everyone abuzz, Twittering and on Facebook, what real value, if any, do you think there is, Indra, to a massive, global, multi-billion-dollar company to social networking? Can it help your business?
It helps and it hurts if you're not careful. It helps because good messages, good things that we do are transmitted around the world very, very rapidly. And for global companies like ours that have global brands, global reputations to protect, that's very important. But we also have to be very careful that one mistake, it's around the world very, very quickly.
So it's keeping you on your toes more.
Absolutely. And it's making us pause and use social media as a force for good, but also watch social media as for messages that they're sending us so we can quickly jump into action. The good news is, when you do fix a mistake, social media immediately sends that message out. So it's a very quick feedback loop process. But if you don't engage with it, that's a mistake.
Very interesting. Indra Nooyi, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.